Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be making a kid skirt that I saw online, and it's just like a ruffle skirt. I wanted to make it, so I figured I might as well record it while I'm making it and show you guys. So for that, I'll be using this piece of fabric that I have left, and yeah, so I'm just going to, you can also use this to make like an adult skirt, a cute adult skirt that you could just tuck in like a polo or a white vest in, and maybe add a belt to it. I'll still make a video on how to make the adult one, but for the kids one, I'll be using this fabric here. So first I'm going to fold the fabric in two. So guys, this skirt is going to have elastic at the waist. So the hip I'm going to be working with is around 22. So I folded the fabric into two. So 22 divided by 2, that will give me 11. So I'm going to give it extra 3 inches seam allowance. Extra, like maybe let me give it extra 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, extra 4 inches seam allowance. So now I'll be working with 15, right? Because it's a kid skirt, you don't want it to be tight or fitted on them. So I'm working with 15. I'm going to now check the length I want the skirt to be. So I want the total length of this skirt to be around 11 or 10. So what I'm going to do now is the upper part of the skirt that won't have the flare, I'm going to fold the part that I'm going to add the elastic to. So this is the part here, right? I'm going to fold this part, and then I'm going to measure it this way because I know this part will be folded in the skirt. So I'm going to measure it starting from this point. So the top part of this skirt is going to stop at 8. It's going to stop at 8, yeah. So I'm going to mark the 8. So I'm going to cut this out now. So I've cut this piece out. I'm going to cut out the ruffle I'll use at the end. So my ruffle is going to be 4 inches in length, but I'm going to add 1.5 to it to give for folding the end and the other seam allowance. So the 1.5 is for my seam allowance. So guys, I've cut out the ruffle I'll be using for this. So this will go underneath the skirt. So I'm going to cut as much of this out that I'll need for this. So basically you might need to cut out just enough ruffle to go around. So I might make mine 2 times the width of the end of this skirt, 2 times the width. So I'm going to use this to trace it. This is my 5.5. I'm going to use it to trace as many as I want. And then after cutting this out, basically if you want to get the length that you're going to use for this, what you have to do is just to the full length of the skirt you'll be using, you check the point you want your ruffle to be, and then you subtract, you get as the ruffle, you add 1.5 to it. So the 1.5 is 1 inch for folding the other end, and then half an inch for just attaching the top part of it. And remember, when you measure, because I'm going to fold this on itself, so whatever you measure as the length of this top part, you're supposed to add about 2 inches for folding this top part, so that you can pass elastic through it, and then half an inch on this part. So whatever you measure for the full length of the skirt, the top part you're supposed to add 2 inches to it and half an inch for the end, so that you can add the elastic at the top. So this is basically what I'll be using for the skirt. So guys, I also cut this strap to use as the belt. It's about 4 inches by width. So I'm going as the head tie, so because I want to add head tie to it. So I'm going to go ahead and start sewing. So guys, as you can see, I folded the top part of this skirt here. I folded it, and I also gave it 2 stitches, right? The first stitch is for folding this in, the loop for the elastic, and then the second is just to give it a little ruffle at the top. So I'm going to pass my elastic in between. This is the black thread, this is the white thread. This part will give it the ruffle. In between is where my elastic where I'll pass the elastic. So now what I have to do is to start from this center part here, I'm going to notch it here, and then take this piece of fabric and start to attach and make my ruffle. Guys, because the fabric is not enough to make a lot of ruffle, so what I'm going to do is just attach it this way. So as I'm sewing, I'm going to be folding it in. I'm going to fold it in as I sew. So guys, this is what the skirt is looking like right now. I just opened it up wide. So what I'm going to do now is to close it up this way, pass the elastic at the waist, and then close up the side. So this part with the seam will be at the center back, and then this will be the front. So this will be my center back here, and this will be the front of the skirt. So guys, the skirt is done. This is what it looks like. This is the ruffle at the end here. If you feel like the ruffle is not enough, you can always make yours even bigger. And yeah, so this is the head tie that I added to it. The child, this is the head tie I made to go with it here. So the child can wear it with like a black top or maybe white top, and then you can tuck it in. I think it will look nice with this head tie for it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, leave a comment, and share, subscribe, and bye.